everyone, welcome back to the Circle Club. I'm here with Miss Talia of Tea Time and our lovely Mr. Adam, who is a Star Wars fan, a Marvel fan, just a movie fan, but he also is a historian. So who better to have here for our Elvis watch party? What's up? How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Doing pretty good.
Excited to see.
Are you a big Elvis guy?
Huge. I've full disclosure. I've seen this trailer 18 times.
Awesome. Perfect. All right. So let's just jump into it.
Our country itself is sick.
I have not seen this
It's
trailer.
lost its sense of direction. Even its common decency.
You don't so much as wiggle a finger.
It's funny how like him like wiggling, they're like, oh,
so
super
saying a lot of things.
Right.
But in the end, you gotta listen to yourself.
In that moment, Elvis the man was sacrificed, and Elvis the God was born.
I'm gonna show you what the real Elvis is like tonight.
Who's this guy with the accent?
You came to the right place. Looking for trouble? Look right in my face.
He had no idea what he had done.
You ain't nothing
Oh, is this Doja Cat?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
America will be talking about my war.
Who the hell is there?
Elvis Presley.
You don't do the business will do you.
I'm gonna do what I want to do. Sing the music that I want.
Well, since my baby left me.
Well, they're gonna put me in jail.
The way you sing is God-given. So there can't be nothing.
I think it's cool that they're gonna show like his background and how he had that like church upbringing and stuff.
Listen to me.
That was like his first album.
Yeah.
Know that your mama.
I feel like a lot of people didn't like know that he had that like upbringing of the church, but it makes so much sense, which is why he kind of had that swagger to him and everything. And they're like, no.
A lot of talk about the new Elvis. Those people ain't gonna change me none.
I think if you dream it, you'll do it.
Never met anyone like you.
I hope not.
We can't go on together with suspicions.
Without me, there would
He has
be
such
no
a range of
Elvis
music too, which is like
Crazy.
it's like very underrated. Like he's got those slow songs, got those upbeat.
Dangerous to say. Sing.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Elvis Presley.
No, I've seen the shorter version of this trailer. I haven't seen this long one.
This ain't no nostalgia show. We're gonna do something different.
Nice. All right, so that was our Elvis trailer. So that's Austin Butler and Tom Hanks, of course. What did you guys think? Like, what was your initial reaction to it?
Ladies first. We'll go ladies first.
Ladies
wow.
first.
Put me on the spot.
Chivalrous.
I'm pretty excited. I think when I initially saw that trailer, I was like, I don't know what route they're gonna go at with this, but I think knowing from Baz's last, or at least his direction he did with like The Great Gatsby, you know, I'm kind of getting like similar vibes that he might do with the Elvis movie with that, like kind of make it more in time,
theatrical
with,
and
with like our music incorporating with like that historic timeline back then. So
because I mean, because if you look at like some of his work he did, he like Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo, like that one's like kind of this modern take, and like you got Moulin Rouge, and so I mean Baz's one of those guys who I feel like doesn't get thrown into the conversation, but he knows how to make like a theatrical production that's gonna be, and like even if you don't necessarily like those characters, you're gonna like watching it and visually and stuff. What about you, Adam?
I have many thoughts.
Yeah, let's see.
First of all, Butler, like if I close my eyes and didn't know it was an actor, I'm like, that's Elvis, dude.
Yeah.
He's getting so much hype for an Oscar. Now, obviously, I haven't seen the movie yet, but like, if he performs the way he has in these trailers, like throughout the whole movie, like I don't know how you can not give it to him.
No, yeah, like he completely transformed himself. To me, this is like a perfect sort of like Oscar recipe. You got Tom Hanks, who people love. You got the biopic. You got like a character or like person that's surrounded by that everyone knows. In Elvis, Austin Butler. Like I don't know how much like as far as his like discography he's done or filmography he's done. So like to have him kind of step into that role and crush it, because he looks just like Elvis to me. Like it's it's crazy. Like the mannerisms are there and all that. I grew up like listening to Elvis too. Like I listened to a bunch of his stuff. And I like it was like kind of like a thing, and like I feel like in the Black community and stuff, it's like, oh yeah, like he was very like kind of had this like jive hip hop kind of style to him, where he was like very like, and people in America at the time was a lot more conservative, so like him like gyrating on stage and all that, like it was kind of like a big no-no. And it's interesting because you see a lot of that too with Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson had a ton of like influence from that as well. Like what do you guys think like the main driving point of the plot is going to be?
So I heard Baz, he approached it through like, I'm gonna tell this because like Elvis is the 50s, 60s, and 70s, which are like major decades in the United States.
Right.
So he's gonna tell like the story of America through Elvis, but Elvis isn't the main character from my understanding. It's Colonel Parker, who is Tom Hanks. He's the one who's narrating.
Interesting.
So it's gonna be like his perspective of his time with Elvis. So I mean, that's very different route. You know what I mean? Like it's totally called Elvis, but it's not like about Elvis.
Well, so that's what I was gonna ask you too. Like as an Elvis fan, like I never really knew Elvis to be some like social leader or anything. Like, is that kind of who he is, or is it just more like you said? Is it just more that during this time he was so controversial?
I mean, like in the beginning, like he got his, I don't want to say act, but he got his act basically from like growing up with African Americans, right? In Port South. Yeah. In Tennessee. Like his hip gyration and stuff, he got that from watching like, going to like churches and stuff like that. So he was definitely like, he wouldn't be a racist, right? Like he'd fit in modern times, no problem. Yeah. But without spoiling the movie, his manager, Parker, Tom Hanks, had a very like close grip on him. Like I know in the first trailer they talk about how MLK and Bobby Kennedy died. Yeah. And Elvis is like, we have to do something, like this is crazy, and his manager's like, it has nothing to do with us because it'll affect our profits. Exactly. Elvis wanted to like branch out there and do that kind of stuff.
And that makes sense to me too, because like I've always kind of thought Elvis was one of those like he cross-pollinates across different genres and like people, and like I think like that makes total sense, especially for the time, because he was from Mississippi too, and like Mississippi was very conservative during this era and everything as well. So like for him to touch into that world, they're probably like that's a no bueno. I think this is gonna be awesome. Like it's like you said, like I wasn't really thinking the angle of like it's not. I thought it was just gonna be following Elvis, but to have following the Colonel around and seeing like sort of America as a picture, that does seem very Baz-esque too. To like. It's like the focus, you think it's Gatsby, but it's more like look at everything else going around during this depressive era. So, yeah, at first when I first saw the trailer, I wasn't super excited because I was kind of like, it's one of those things where it's like Elvis, Michael Jackson, like don't touch it, like it's too hard to like sort of nail. But I mean, this trailer was definitely the best of all the ones I've seen.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so that was Elvis. Make sure you guys comment, subscribe, let us know what you think. Adam, thank you for joining us today. And, he's probably going to have to be back, because if you like Star Wars and Marvel and you got that history background, definitely could use you, my man.
Yes, sir, anytime.
All right, thanks. Boom.